Are you planning to buy a Ooni Fyra 12? Then you kind of need to watch this 1 year review. So I've had the Ooni Fyra 12 for about 12 months and I've cooked with multiple times. The Ooni Fyra, of course, is the entry level from the Ooni, costs £249 in the UK, $349 in the US, and it's the pellet option for the portable pizza oven. And of course it's quite revolutionary because it allows you to make near restaurant quality pizza at home at very affordable prices. But after 1 year, is it your best option or should you be going for something else? I'm here to tell you that. As usual, we'll divide the review into 3 segments. The first one is the quality. The second is ease of use. And the third one is cleaning and maintenance and what I wish I knew 12 months ago before I bought this. So let's start. In terms of quality, I must say this has lasted the test of time. If you look at it, it looks pretty much the same as when I first opened it. The wear and tear is practically negligible and everything still works exactly as it was the day we opened it. Of course, in terms of quality, we discussed it in my original video. It is one of their cheaper Ooni ovens. So for instance, the lid at the front is kind of thin, but that was always like that. There are some aspects of the oven which are not great. For instance, it gets really, really hot. It's just being in the sun now and it's really tough to touch. But at the same time, for the price, and considering we cooked with this so many times and it's still like brand new, I think it's fantastic. Everything works, the lever works, the little hopper works perfectly, and even the tray where we put the pellet has not rusted much. It still looks pretty good and it's totally functional. Lastly, the pizza stone as well has passed the test of time. You know, it gets dirty like normal pizza stones, but I'll show you how we clean it. And it's pretty much the same way I do with the Karu. But now let's talk about the ease of use, how easy it is to make pizzas. And what are the things we need to think about when making pizza? So first thing first, what do you want out of this oven? Do you want to cater for large parties? Do you want to cater for just your family and maybe a couple of friends? Because the answer to that question will determine whether this is the oven for you or not. So my opinion, this is a great oven for a family of 4, family of 6, a couple of friends, where basically you invite them over and over dinner you make a bunch of pizzas. But your expectation is that you want to get out 6, maximum 10 pizzas in a sitting with this oven. If you want to cater for larger parties, you're thinking about catering maybe for a wedding, then probably this is not the right thing for you. And I'll tell you why in a minute. As we said, this is the pellet option, so it works on pellets, which go inside this hopper once you light it up. And then with the pellets, they will of course bring the heat up into the Ooni oven, which by the way, they advertise as taking 15 minutes to get to pizza cooking temperature. I've tried this several times and I would say that more realistic is a 40 minutes, but doesn't matter because that's kind of the same with the Roccbox, with the Karu, so it's totally on par with the other ovens. But 15 minutes I think is a little bit of optimistic marking. Once the pellets are in, then you only need to maintain the pellets, which makes it quite easy compared to, for instance, managing the wood. Of course, it's a little more difficult than managing the gas because of course the pellet have consumption, so you need to make sure that the hopper is constantly full to make sure that your pizzas maintain the right temperature throughout the cooking, and you also maintain the right temperature between one pizza and the next. The one reason why I think this is ideal for a family but not ideal for the party is because I feel that between one pizza and the next, the temperature drop on the stone and overall on the pizza oven, it's too great. So what does it mean? That before putting the second pizza in, you need to make sure that you bring the temperature back to the 400 minimum on the stone, ideally a little bit more, to be able to make the second pizza. And I find that in this one, it takes me a good 5 minutes to bring it back up to that temperature to be able to have the perfect crust and the perfect top. So of course, if you're in a family, 5 minutes, you share the pizza, you chat, you make the second pizza and it's totally fine. But if you're in a party where you need to kind of get pizzas out, then that might be a problem. The second thing you need to be thinking about is where you're going to be doing the cooking. If it's a beautiful day like this works perfectly. But the other day we were trying to cook for a small party and it was quite windy. And with the wind, this doesn't do well because when you open this, the wind kind of goes back in and it makes a little bit of a mess inside. So it's really not ideal for windy weather. On the flip side, it's extremely portable. It weighs about 10 kilos, it folds into place, it's really small, you can take it camping, you can take it anywhere. Because if you think about it and you compare it to a gas oven, when you have the gas cylinder and often the ovens are much more bulky, much more heavy, that can be a pain. So this solves that specific problem of portability, which, to be honest, makes it fantastic, and it makes it usable so much because you can take it anywhere. Take it to the beach, take it to the mountain, take it camping, take it to friends, and that's a great thing. One thing I wanted to mention, I never personally had that problem, but I was watching other reviews of people that have been using the fryer for quite some time, and people have been complaining that the pellets get stuck in the hopper. I personally never witnessed that, but a couple of people have, so I'm just gonna flag it to you. I don't think it's an issue, but you know, here you go. And for the third point, cleaning maintenance and what I wish I knew before I bought it. In terms of cleaning, like any Ooni product, they're absolutely fantastic. They just don't get dirty, so you just swipe it with a little bit of all-purpose cleanser outside, something delicate, and you can see it just looks perfectly fine. You can use some specialty products for the steel. I don't, I just use the same product I use for the side. And at the end of every season, usually kind of the end of every summer, I clean the inside that is dirty with soot. Do you like pizza? Yeah? Okay, we'll make pizza soon. When it comes to the stone instead, you have two options. Like all the Oonis, you can take the stone off, you can remove the stone. And by the way, now that we're talking about the stone is quite a little bit thinner than, for instance, for the Karu, and that's why you also have that kind of drop in temperature I was talking to you about before. So anyway, going back to cleaning, you can clean it just by taking it out, soapy water, a little bit of hand labor, or what I like to do, which is put it in, put the fire going, maximum temperature, and the 500 degrees of the stone will completely disintegrate any dirt on the stone itself, and then you just swipe it out. And that's pretty much the easiest way of cleaning. It kind of cleans itself, which, you know, is much better than cleaning it yourself. Now, what I wish I knew before I bought this. So when I bought this, it was kind of my first portable pizza oven. So for me, it was a way to get into making pizzas at home, as close as possible to a restaurant. And I felt that this had a good compromise, at a good price. I thought the pellets were a good way of getting that kind of flame without being too tough, like for instance wood could be. And I thought it was a really good way to get me started, which it was. But you quickly learn how it works and you get really excited about making pizza. So you start inviting your friends, having bigger and bigger groups. And then I feel like quite quickly I kind of outgrew this oven. Quite quickly I wanted to have a faster oven, bigger oven, a more reliable oven. So it kind of got me to the stage where like, I think I should buy a Karu. Oh, I think I should buy a Roccbox, which is kind of what I did. So if you're thinking that the portability of it is not a priority for you, which I said portability is fantastic, it's probably the best portable pizza oven. If the portability is not a priority and you're gonna pretty much keep it in your own house and you're gonna be cooking for your friends, your family, you wanna do a party, probably this is not your best option. If instead, what you wanna do is just cook for your family, being able to take it to the beach, take it camping, take it around with you, then this is absolutely perfect for you and it's the right amount to spend to achieve exactly what you need. So I hope you liked this review, I hope you enjoyed it. Please check out my other reviews for the Karu, for the Roccbox. It's just gonna give you a full idea of all the options you got out there. And at the end of the day, Ooni, Gosney, these are fantastic brands. They make fantastic oven. So the key is to find the right oven for exactly what you want to do with it. Now, enough of watching YouTube videos. Start making dough and start making your first pizza.